Are you doing camera class?
No, I was doing Instagram. Okay, 1, 2. Let's see how to do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. Will you take a picture of us? Will someone take a picture of the two of us? I'm going to post it to Hello Cupid page.
Sound is on, by the way.
Okay.
Your hair looks like so amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mine is bad here. Is it? Here we go.
Babe, it's hot. You're holding your clothes.
It's hot in here.
Yeah. Where's Is Rocky in Miami?
Oh, that's it.
Yes.
Oh, let me see.
That one's kind of hard.
What? No, we gotta take more. I'm holding my head like I got a broken neck.
Okay, I'll just do it.
I'm like this.
Alright, let's see if I can do it.
But that's
You never
cute.
know where to look when you're not facing camera. It's like
Here.
Okay.
Although I usually look at I just look at the screen.
That's what I've been looking.
Sometimes I think it looks cool if you're looking like not into the camera. You know what I mean?
Alright, you guys, sound is on.
All
Say
right.
hello to everybody.
Hello there.
This one, this.
Oh.
Oh, that's not even connected to oh god.
Yes,
Hi.
that's Sydney. She's recording behind the scenes.
I want to get comfortable today.
And then we are going to focus on you guys.
That would be hilarious.
So funny.
Really get to know us there.
Alright, we're going to close our neighbors out. The last time they were fighting. So
They were fighting?
our last live stream was sounded
This is
really
weird.
ghetto
This
over
looks
here.
like I should be like I have my arm around.
This is like a Michelin painting right now, actually. You know that?
Oh.
Or photo, excuse me.
Like a what painting?
Michelin.
An painting.
Oh,
I just took it. I
that
figured it was
sounds
probably a
fancy.
compliment.
That sounds cool. I want to
Hope I'm pronouncing her name right on live.
Well, she's probably watching, so
Yeah.
she'll let us know.
Of course she is. Of course she is.
I wish this was.
Alright, so we had a couple things that came in. Gangswood said, I love this girl's skin tone, which that would be you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Before Hayley came in. Black Girl with the Sun. Thank you, Shorty203, for the congratulations on the Hip PFF award.
Yeah, go black and sexy.
Woo! Black Lily said you look stylish, so this is before Hayley came in.
Oh, thank you guys. Something together.
We'll get some compliments for you.
Yeah, Hayley came in here like full on, like sparkle. Like what is happening here? I'm enjoying it.
Thank
Blue
you.
and gold.
I'm excited about my shoes. Look at my shoes, guys.
Yeah, those are cute. You just got them?
No, I've had them for a little bit, but they were just like, you know when you
What are
have
they?
shoes that you haven't worn in a long time? They're made by this company called Velvet Angels. Velvet Angels, yeah.
Watch, they're about to send you all sorts of shoes now.
I hope so. Hey guys, I wear a size 9 if anybody wants to send me shoes, or 39 in your
I have a bigger
shoes.
foot than you do.
I know. It's so weird. Like I've met so many people who are like shorter than me but have a bigger foot than me, but I don't have like small feet.
Yeah, I wear I'm shrinking though. My feet are shrinking. I used to wear 10 and now I wear like a 9.5 or a 9 sometimes.
Oh really?
It's kind of weird. I don't know what's happening.
Old age.
Shrinking in my old age.
Old
That's exactly
age,
what's
my
happening.
friend.
I'm getting old.
You're curling your toes, man. How can you shrink? It's impossible, isn't it? So, someone had a couple questions before we get in. We wanted to talk to you guys more and have more of a discussion with, us internally here and the audience about things, stories in your past, things you've done, your girlfriends, things you would do for your girls.
Okay.
Just like I heard an interesting story on YouTube, which was someone said, I loved Hello Cupid because it reminds me of when I was in college and I was too shy to talk to a guy, and then so my girlfriend would get on the phone and act as me, but I would be on three-way listening the whole time. It was just like, yes, we're talking about it. And somebody else said, this reminds me, I guess probably in college again, when my girlfriend would cook for me, these three or four course meals for this man to come over, and then coach me in all the ingredients and everything, and act like I cooked it.
That is maybe the cutest story I've ever heard.
That's really sweet.
Like that is so, and that's like so important in life to have like ride or die friends like that who would do something like that. That is really sweet.
So that's what we're talking about. I mean, this is Robin is doing this for Whitney, You know, and so it's like that's the leap, you know, that we're doing here. We want to talk more about it.
Well, when I was in high school, it's so funny. I wish my friends were. They might be watching this. I don't know. Hi, Huguette and Naila, if you are. But when my friends would want to go to work, I would call in and act like I was their mom. So they said like they didn't say they were sick, and I was like the actress friend. So they were like, Ashley, you can do it. You can sound like our mom, and it worked every single time. But that's what I would do for my friends. It's like the most like switching identity thing that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Ashley, you sound like a mom, so it's perfect.
You know, you told me that.
If I was like the principal, I'd be like, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I do have that quality to me. I do. So I would definitely, one of my moms had an accent, had to take that on. So,
That's so funny.
I was fully committed to the role. For sure.
Perfect.
That's so sweet.
So, do you guys have a best friend or more?
I do have a best friend, and actually she just texted me because I told her to tune in. She's supposed to be here in LA right now, but she's a dancer, and she was riding her bike, which was like our thing that we did together. We always, when she lived in LA, she got like a big dancing job, so she moved out of the town. But we would always ride our bikes to dance class together, and she was riding her bike this week and got hit by a car. So she's a professional dancer.
Here,
so
or
like
where she lives?
Where she lives, yeah. Isn't that horrible? So anyway, that's
is she
my
like
best friend.
okay, or is she?
Yeah, she'll be
okay.
Are you gonna give her blood?
Yes, I would. I'm gonna give her blood.
Would you give her?
I would for sure give her blood.
Like a kidney?
I'm that friend that my friends know that if somebody does them wrong or something happens, like I'm the friend that they're like, maybe I shouldn't tell Hayley because I am so protective like for my friends that if anybody like wrongs them, like I take it more seriously than they do, and I'm like, this is I'm like, no, this is not okay. Like they're like, settle down. So yeah, I would do anything. I would do anything for my friends.
So what about you? I know you have a best friend.
Yeah.
You talked about it early on.
Yeah, my best friend was actually she had a lot to do with the creating of Hello Cupid. Like a lot of my relationships or experiences with my best friend Crystal, who lives back in DC, in like the DC, Maryland area or whatever. A lot are echoed in Hello Cupid, other than the whole identity switching, but a lot of like kind of like the light skin, dark skin thing. We've been friends since we were in 8th grade. So
ooh. Can I tell a crazy story?
Okay.
What's your story, Hayley?
Yeah, I thought you were done.
No.
I thought you were done.
No, it's okay.
I can tell this story.
So anyway, so she's my best friend. And she's that friend that like we don't have to talk every day, all the time, texting each other, but like we never skip a beat. I've lived out here for almost 4 years. We've never spent a birthday apart. So I'm always with her for her birthday. She's always with me for my birthday. And then I'm in a sorority, I'm an AKA, so I have I have really close line sisters, so that's like a whole nother thing too. I have like a really special bond with them. So yeah, but I'm very friendship oriented. Like since I was a little girl, my dad always told me you can't pick your family, but you can choose your friends. So I'm very mindful and particular about who I have like in my circle, and I take my friendships really seriously. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Haley, interesting, exciting story.
This has nothing to do with friendship, but it's kind of similar to the Hello Cupid thing. So my friend was telling me that they, at their work, these two ladies switched their photos to be like these like younger, like whatever, girls, whatever, and they carried on an entire relationship with this guy who lived like out of state. And then they planned to meet the guy, so they bought like the airplane tickets, blah blah blah. And then they were like, okay, it was one of the girls was pretending to be somebody else, and then to make it like not seem like weird, she dragged the other girl who worked with her into it, who happened to be her friend, and so that she could start a fake profile to pretend to be like this fake person's friend, blah blah, this whole thing. And so the day that she was supposed to get on the plane to go meet this guy, she got so nervous, and so she made the friend message the other guy that she died. Oh my God!
Season finale of Hello Cupid.
Have you never? And these are like regular people who are like walking amongst us in society. Like clearly, some people should not, like they need to be like locked up. So they messaged her the other day, and then the guy was like sort of, because this whole fake relationship thing was going on for like minimum of a year, probably longer, and he felt like he loved her and blah blah blah. And he had sent her like really expensive gifts, like this whole thing. And so then he started like threatening suicide for getting so depressed that like this girl he thought he loved died, that they had to like come out and tell him the truth. And like,
so here's the deal though.
Last year?
What?
Did that happen to?
Who?
Like a
Oh, I know people be stealing, pretend to be Lauren London.
Mateo, whatever his name is.
The people pretend to be Lauren London. Oh, I keep hearing about this.
Wait, what? What about Lauren London?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it if y'all don't know.
She died?
Is that when you know? What?
What happened?
Like somebody was like pretending to be her and got arrested, and they got like major celebrities and stuff like phone. Maybe I shouldn't be. I thought this was common knowledge, but sometimes I know inside
Maybe.
like information.
I haven't been up with the
and I
blogs
think
like
everybody
I
knows.
am.
No, I don't read blogs either, but I'm gonna stop talking.
Okay.
I thought this was like on the news.
It's fine. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But I think I'm happy you brought that up because I think a lot of things people keep saying about Hello Cupid is like, oh my goodness, this is so unrealistic. And I'm like, but is it though? Is it unrealistic? Like,
No.
I don't think so. Granted, you know, no one's dying. We're not killing each other off, obviously. But it's like, people do this type of stuff all the time, no matter what scale. This is very...
Oh, I had a friend whose ex made a fake... Their ex was... I mean, I never met the ex, but it sounds like the ex was like obviously a little crazy to do something like this. But they made an entire like fake profile. And then so they could like try to catch their like significant other in like cheating or whatever. Like they just pretended to be like a hot girl like online or whatever, and then like made friends like had the profile for a while so they could have friends, and then tried to catch a person. To me, that just seems like it's such you're putting such negative energy, like you're putting all your energy into such a negative direction. And if you're in a relationship where you feel like you have to make a fake profile to like catch your significant other in a lie or cheating on you, like that's probably not a relationship you should be in.
But these are all your friends.
Or
That's
you
the
need to
common
grow up.
denominator, though.
Oh God, stop it! I said this was my friends. The first story was my friends at their work. Two people who they weren't friends with, and this is somebody a friend of mine's ex. Yeah, that's true.
I hear you say. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, I just wanted to start a conversation where, you know, what is your inspiration for Hello Cupid, and what is, you know, some of the, I guess, things that people can, I guess, identify with. You know, not so much about the sort of changing identity things, but just as friends, because that's what's most important.
Yeah.
Is having a friendship intact, and I think that's what most people are attracted to. So, if you guys have, you know, maybe a story of something like, what is the biggest thing you've done for a friend that you just, you know, you wouldn't have done for your, I guess, anybody else who was less than a best friend or whatnot?
Yeah, the biggest thing I've done for a friend.
Or interesting or crazy, or especially younger, you know, we're probably less likely to do things as we get older. So
I'm trying to think. I know there's an...
I just feel like I think this is the same for like love too, like love in relationships. So whether it's like a friendship or it's like with, you know, somebody that you're in a romantic relationship with, it's not like convenience and relationships don't go hand in hand. So I think a lot of times there's been like situations where my friends have hit me up and vice versa. I've hit my friends up because we needed a favor, no matter how big or small it was, or just like a listening ear. And it's like here, especially like in LA, everybody, it's 2013, like everybody's really busy, you know, and like I'm, you know, and so it would be so easy to be like, oh, like, I can't do that now, but on Thursday or whatever. Like, so I think it's just about letting your friends know that they're important to you and being there for them, like when they need you.
We need something juicier than that. No.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think of
my
something
friends,
juicy.
no.
I agree with what you're
Seriously.
saying. I think for me, something in all relationships is really important is acknowledgement. Like, I think that...
You said you ride hard for your friends. What have you done?
That's what I'm trying to think. Well, you see, my friends, we're not very dangerous or in sticky situations most of the time, so we're not having to dig each other around. I'm not bailing my friends out of jail.
And I'm just not trying to catch a case, you know, so I got fake tight lips, son. By the way, I hope you all have downloaded Yeezus. I'm obsessed with
Well, I'm obsessed with Kanye
I'm in
West,
it. I'm
so.
obsessed with I'm in
He's
it.
everywhere.
I'm obsessed with Kanye West. And also Bound too, but I'm in it.
How do you feel about Nori? Northwest, their daughter. Nori's her nickname. No,
okay.
They deemed that I did not give her the
You see the way I looked at it? I was like, at first my friend texted me like Northwest, and I was like, do you mean Northwestern? Like that's what a dork I am, like Northwestern University. And then, by the way, I didn't find out till like the next day that she had her baby, and at that moment, talking about friends, I felt like I had like no friends because I was like, Where are all my friends? How come nobody was texting me to tell me Kim K done had her baby? Found out the next day.
Somebody wants to see the top of your heels again, Brittany Bell. She said she's trying to listen, but she can't really focus.
Is it my Brittany Bell? Brittany Bell that I went to Howard with? Can you respond if it is?
Brittany Bell that went to, okay.
I want to know. If it's you, Brittany, I'm so excited. I mean, if it's not that Brittany, I'm still excited too. I know. That's funny.
From Howard?
Yeah.
It's so much.
So much what? What?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I know we've done something crazy. I've had to do something. I don't know. We're pretty good people. We don't really run into a lot of situations that are like, oh God, one time I had to, you know.
You know what? I think this is a good thing. It's not juicy because, like I said, piggybacking on what Ashley said, like my friends and I get into like trouble, but we don't get into like crazy, like we're breaking the law, like sort of trouble. We're more just like silly girls who like to have fun or whatever. But my best friend who I told you about, like I'm surrounded by like artists and people who want to like follow their dreams and this and that. So sometimes that means like your friends or like you all broke, you know. And so my friend, she's now like got this amazing her like dream dance gig or whatever. Like I would come over. She had an apartment that didn't even have like a kitchen, and I would help her like wash her dishes like in her bathtub, or like take them to my house and like wash them because I had like not a washing machine, a dishwasher. I had a dishwasher, and so I would like, because I would like come over and she'd be like cleaning her house like in her bathtub or whatever. And then when she got this audition, which was like the chance of a lifetime, she was so nervous and was like, I don't think I'm gonna go, like blah blah. And like I sat there and talked to her like before the audition and like coached her. And then I was with her actually when she got the phone call that she got it, and she was freaked out and she wasn't even gonna answer the phone. And I was like, girl, like they're calling you, like this is a big deal, like you gotta answer the phone. And she like cried, and I helped her like pack up her bags and move and stuff like that. But I think things like being like not like judgmental, like being there for your friends when like they have no money and you're like washing dishes in a bathtub.
Yeah, that's that, and I think that I can really attest that. I mean, that's like my life every day is a friend coming through for me when I don't got it, when me coming through for them when they don't have it. Like just yesterday, a friend of mine got let go from his job unexpectedly, and you know, I went over there and scrounged up a couple dollars for some cheap champagne, and we celebrated because I watched Susan Sarandon's masterclass, and you're supposed to celebrate rejection because that means that something else is coming, that means something better is coming, and that just means that the universe is making way for something bigger and better to come. So we celebrated, but it's like, you know, we had to scrounge things together and celebrate. I got him a card, you know, but I feel like that to me is like, that's the epitome of friendship. That's what when you don't got it and they don't got it, you figure out a way to have it together, you know? So.
Okay.
So what?
Should we throw the question to the audience of like anything that they've ever done for a friend that they think is worth sharing or that was kind of crazy?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Also, you guys are getting a lot of love. A lot of people are saying that this show is like Catfish, so it is pretty realistic.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've ever seen Catfish. It's a reality show about people who have fake identities and then are discovered online by some investigator, and it's all funny.
No, Brittany went to SIUC. I don't know what that
Oh, okay, cool, Brittany. I ride for that too.
What up, Brittany?
Hey, Brittany.
Yeah, so I mean, we'd like to know if you guys as the audience do you have any stories, best friend stories that are crazy, like Hello Cupid or anything that we mentioned before. We'd like to hear from you. We can, you know, bring those to light and discuss those and hear more. You can write those in the comments. I do want to throw something to you too. I guess the question is like, say, you know, you're dealing with a friend and their significant other or someone they like as a man or whatever. Is there anything you've done to help them, you know, or maybe hurt them to not really, you know, maybe didn't help them, or maybe it was
Help
more
them get the
damaging.
guy that they like?
Yeah. Or,
I don't think relationships should be like that, though. I think that, like, I don't know, I come from, like, this school of thought that is, like, if you have to, like, really, like, do something, like, if you really have to be, like, playing all these games and, like, strategizing, like, how you're going to get somebody to like you, that's probably, like, I don't know. To me, that just seems a lot. But I guess now that I think about it, I have heard stories about like friends and people who were like, yeah, I wasn't really into my person that much, but they just like really kept on it, and then like I realized I loved them or whatever. But I think as girls, like we like to like talk a lot, and we can be like really like sensitive about things and want to know what this means and what that means. Oh, and I'm apparently a great like texter, like with like in a flirtatious situations, like with guys. So my friends will like be always hitting me up, like, well, what do I say now? Like, well, was that stupid? Well, how many exclamation marks should I put? So a lot of times I'll actually be like doing the texting for them. That I guess I do that, which isn't necessarily like catfishing, but I'll be like, just girl, I got this. Like, so they're whatever. But I think that I don't agree with the school of thought that you should pretend to like things that you don't, so somebody likes you, or be into something that you know, whatever. Like, I think that all that stuff is really dumb. The most I ever did was with my ex-boyfriend. I was like, oh man, I really like this guy, but because we were both in like a professional situation together, I knew that he couldn't really be like hitting on me, because if I wasn't responsive, it would be weird. But I knew he was on Twitter, so I started a Twitter account just so that we could like tweet each other back and forth, because I knew that would help like create a dialogue outside of like the workplace or whatever. And it worked. We dated for 3 years.
Wait, you created a whole separate Twitter account?
No, I didn't have Twitter.
Oh, I was like,
I'm not a fan of like social media and stuff. So I for somebody who's on social media a lot, it sounds so hypocritical that I'm not a fan of social media, but I tend to be a late adapter to those sort of things, and I didn't really want to be on Twitter at all, but I created this Twitter account just so that we could start a dialogue outside the workplace.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you stalked someone with a girlfriend? A man?
Stalked? Like, what do you constitute?
Oh, no, there's been guys who have been single that I've been, like, super into and whatever, and I'm like, but is there, he's with a pretty girl in this one picture, like, who's this girl? And, like, just being, like, insecure.
Is that what you're constituting? Is, like, stalking? Oh, come on. Everybody does that.
Everybody does that.
Everyone, like, if you were to go to, like, someone's, like, I think it's so funny, Instagram. Like, if you go to someone's, like, searches, you can see, like, whose pages they look at the most.
What?
Like,
What?
okay, like, no,
motherfucking phone.
no, listen.
Not to curse, but hello, what?
You're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you know what Instagram, when you press,
if you press, like,
if you were to press my thing or whatever, then you'd see all the profiles that like you. So like obviously the guy that like I'm into is like the top one up there.
Oh yeah,
because I'm looking at his profile like, okay, who is he? Checking for? Oh, he went out to the bar that night. True. You know. So I mean, if you want to call that stalking, we can call it stalking. But the truth is, you like somebody, you all up on their Instagram, you wake up in the morning, you checking their Facebook, seeing what their updates are. I mean, it's life. It is what it is. I'm not even going to deny it.
I don't think anybody could really deny it. Like, that's just, I mean, it's almost unfortunate, because I think it just is like, breeds so much like insecurity.
It does kind of suck. It doesn't help situations, because when you do look on their Instagram, you're like, oh, I didn't see this post last night.
And situations can make yourself so much crazier than they actually. Okay, they can make. I'm going to tell you guys an embarrassing story, and I actually can't believe that I'm going to say this story out loud, because it's super embarrassing. But like, there was this guy that I was like really into, and I saw that like this girl liked they had a thing on Insta, like this weird like going back and forth thing. So I clicked her picture, and then like there was one night in particular that I didn't hang out with her, and it looked like she was in his house, because she was there, and then there was like this picture behind her, and I was like, oh hell no, that's the same photo that he's got. That she's in his bedroom, like I had pissed. So I was like, oh, I'm going over there to talk to her, and then something told me like before I opened up my mouth and said anything, to like go to his place and make sure, like double check that it was the same photo. So I like walk upstairs and I look in the bedroom and I'm like, oh yeah, different artwork. Okay, like I'm good.
Would you have really like confronted him about that, like for real?
Well, yeah, because we were supposed to only be seeing each other, so it would have been like, this girl was like clearly in your bedroom. But again, that's just insecurity. It was a relationship, you know, that, I'm not going to say that. I don't know.
Okay.
You're going to leave us hanging like that.
I'm talking too much today. What was the question?
The question was, tell us your life.
Brianna 12-ish said that she gave a friend a kidney, Smiley.
Yes, you better.
Oh my God,
That's
that
friendship.
is so sweet.
And the day that my friend needs a kidney, they got it too. If my kidney is intact and okay,
That is so sweet. That's a beautiful story, actually. That should
Taryn
be a
Nicole
movie.
says that's why you shouldn't add people you like on social networks. It makes you overreact to situations that aren't that serious.
So here's the
Thank you.
deal.
Because
I have something to say about that. Because I was advised to maybe like unfollow this person, but then I was like, I don't know, because I feel like I would still like want to know what's going on. Although I will say that like since I still follow, like when you still follow someone that you like, it is still kind of like you don't want to see these pictures like that pop up and they're like living their life. The truth is like you're doing the same. They're seeing your pictures or whatever. But
If that's
I
the
don't know,
person that
unfollowing
you
is like-
unfollow. It gives you such a freedom. Like I think that it gives. I agree with that school of thought. Like, and
But then
I
what if I want to
have-
unfollow? I mean, what if I want to follow again one day? It's gonna look shady. Like with Austin, how I unfollowed him.
Can I tell this thing? She straight up told Austin. Okay,
Austin
congratulations
from
on
We're
you
Loving
guys.
Friends.
Okay, she told Austin. She was like, Austin, Austin is the worst stalker ever. Because Austin, the first time I met him was when we were shooting episode 9, because we shot out of order 8 and 9. And this fool like knew like so much about my life and all this stuff. Oh, he was just like going off and he was like, on your Twitter you said, but like he didn't follow me on Twitter and on Instagram and like this. No, but I'm not putting him on blast. I'm not putting him on blast because he admitted to this. But anyway, so we were talking about Instagram or whatever, and then Ashley tells Austin like, I can't believe you mentioned this, Ashley. It's so funny. She was like, yeah, Austin, I unfollowed you on Twitter because you post stuff.
No, Instagram.
I unfollowed you on Instagram because you post stuff you think is funny, but it's not funny. And Austin's like, oh, I'm funny. Like, the stuff I post is funny. Ashley was like, you ain't funny.
But then, you know, we talked about it. I just talked about how things he finds funny, I do not find funny. So it had nothing to do with him. It was simply the quality of his Instagram posts. And then we talked about, I said, you know, Austin, I would like a little bit more of you. It's like a little bit more pictures of what you're doing.
Like, it's
you know,
his
whatever.
Instagram
No,
account.
but listen.
Girl,
That's all I see on his Instagram is himself.
But you know what? It's improved since we had the conversation. If you notice,
Oh.
it's improved.
Yeah, it's not
and
to my liking.
and you know what else I did? I refollowed him, and everything's fine.
Oh my God.
But I needed more.
Austin,
I needed
Austin's
more.
for sure watching this too.
Yeah, love Austin. He's hilarious.
I
But he was a
real life
favorite.
spills over into
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
fiction. Yes.
I think that you shouldn't. I have followed people, but I do think that you shouldn't follow people, and I think that you have to always follow your instincts because that's the strongest thing. But I do know that things look way different online than people are. People
That's
can jump
very
to
true.
conclusions. Yeah, because I've had people like bring things to me like, oh, you were blah 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 blah, and I was like, whoa. That's so crazy that you would even think
Just
that.
because you're in a
Because it
picture
could be
with somebody that's like of the opposite sex doesn't mean that like you're having sex with them or have a relationship with them or you're on a date. You
Or
know?
because you and somebody you know both happen to be at the same thing. Like if you look at the, and then you're like, who is this person? Then you look and you both at the same thing at the same time. That doesn't mean that you
It's
were there
sketch.
together. And just because I have like people who I've known them for a long time of the opposite sex and we like each other and comment on each other's things, where other people will be like, well, who's this, who's that? And I'm like, dude, I have known that person like for so long and like we've never hooked up or like that was the thing in the past. You know what I mean?
By
I
the
just
way,
think
you
that it's
got
crazy.
Austin J some more followers. People say they're gonna follow him, so I just put the correct.
Yes, follow Austin.
It's Ed USTEN
And JYE.
It's all in the comments. It's on there. I also want to say that really what you should be worried about, if you're worried about somebody else and who they're seeing, is who they're not showing on their social network. That's really the people they're messing with.
That's real, Dennis.
Dennis,
You know
that
what?
is the
I've had
truth.
that conversation before because so some of my girlfriends, we've had I think this is a great topic that we can all discuss. Some people are against, you know, being included, like showing a relationship or someone you're dating on social networking, and somebody feels like if you are excluded from that, then that means like you're trying to have something to hide. Here's the way I feel about it. I haven't been in a relationship since Twitter and Instagram and all these things have been really big, so I'm not sure exactly how I will relate to that or how I will conform to it when I do get into a relationship. But I would feel some type of way if my man was kind of like, nah, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want any. Now I get it. We're not gonna be having like make-out sessions on Instagram. I do think there's certain levels of what's inappropriate, but I do think there's something shady about like hiding it, because to me that is you hiding it. And I understand that people want to be private and keep things for themselves, but it's like if you're showing everything else about your life, why would I need to be included? So that's what I feel.
Yeah, if you're like a couple or like serious or whatever, and your person's not living on the Instagram, that is definitely shady.
Don't be trying to slide. Don't be sliding in like that. Exactly. It makes it all the more exciting.
Okay, Taryn Nicole said.
Janine's here, guys.
Hi.
My awesome glass.
Yeah.
I interrupted something so hardcore.
No. So anyway, I want to know what you guys think about it. I want to know what you guys think about like being included on your significant other's Instagram if you are on their Instagram.
We have a comment from a Taryn Nicole said, I dated a guy long distance, Houston, St. Louis, and the minute we shared on Facebook that we were in a relationship, I received like 30 friend requests from women that knew him. Don't do it. Everyone is nosy.
And what do you do when you get those, Taryn? Deny, do not confirm friend requests. I mean,
it does lend itself though to other people sort of like putting their 2 cents into your relationship, but I think maybe if you're like in a like strong relationship where you're like confident enough in the relationship to not listen to the opinions of outsiders and stuff to a certain extent, because sometimes if everybody in your life is telling you not to date somebody, like they're probably right. But like if you can deal with a lot of that, like, nosiness and whatever, then it's good to do. This last guy was put a picture of me up on his Instagram, like kind of early on, and like I felt so special, and like I feel dumb.
Yeah, I feel special too, though.
Yeah, I felt like super special, and then I was like, well, maybe nobody would think of anything, and then I ran into like one of his friends at Cafe Gratitude, and she was like, "Are you and so dating?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, actually, kind of. How did you know that?" And she was like, "Oh, because he put that picture of you on his Instagram," and it made me feel like really special.
Yeah, so I just personally, I would rather be included than excluded from, because the truth is social media is such a huge part of our lives. So it's like, when you purposefully like exclude me out of that, that makes me feel like, what are you trying to hide? You know what I mean? There's going to be naysayers and people that have stuff to say either way, you know what I mean? But I do think a lot of people on social media take it overboard. Like, you literally feel like you were in the bed with them, you know, in the shower with them. Like, it's too much, and people need to tone it down. Like, some people really need to tone it down, because don't nobody wants to see it. And now this video on Instagram, oh my goodness. Now you're going to really see people full-on make-out sessions.
I'm going to post one of those tonight just for Ashley.
Unfollow. Just like
I just don't know if I'm going to make out yet. Who wants to make out tonight? Anybody? No.
Baby KTV said, I love this show. I bought a Hello Cupid perk.
Yes, thank you.
It's not out yet. Thank you,
The Hello Cupid
guys.
on Indiegogo.
On our Indiegogo. Shout out our Indiegogo.
Indiegogo, go. Don't go. What?
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm weird.
I what if she was like, hell no?
That'd be awkward.
I'd be like,
I'm just waiting for y'all to talk to me about it. Yeah, I am like so happy to be working with like Black and Sexy. Like, I love what you guys have done, and it's totally, I think, a like, vouching's not the word, but it's just it shows like the power of like the internet, and like it's so cool that you guys have like had your vision and like executed it in your own way without having to sell out, and like people have responded. And so I think it's a testament to the power of the internet and web series, and that times are changing, but also just a testament to like specifically what you guys are doing here. And like, I love the work. I love that you guys are inspired by like Cast Buddies and stuff. So I'm happy to be a part of it. Not to get all like sentimental, but anyway.
it's okay. It's all right, sexy, you can get sentimental. Thank you. So yes, we are raising money for season 2, and really it's season 2 of all the shows. We're trying to see what is the interest. You know, basically we're going to fund, we're putting like half on, and we're asking our community and our audience to put half on it with us and say, okay, we want to see the number reboot. We want to see Women Loving Friends, you know, more episodes. We want to see Hello Cupid season 2. So we're asking people to contribute and basically rep the show that they love the most. Some people split up their money. They give $3 and they say $1 for Hello Cupid, $1 for Women Loving Friends, and $1 for the numbers. It's just funny. But I mean, that's what we're doing. So it's really pretty much getting that awareness out there that that's what's happening. It does cost money. These people are working for free right now, and it's pretty much one of those things where it's just like, it is a community effort. It's like independent film, but it's independent TV. So anyways, we want to talk more about that and kind of figure out what, you know.
I actually think like with Hello Cupid, I think it would almost be like really, like I feel like the story's almost just getting started. Like it might be the end of season 1. With, you know, just the, what did episode 9 air yet? No, that's tomorrow, hey. With just the 2 more episodes left, but to me it feels like the real story of Hello Cupid is like just getting started, so I feel like it would be like such a shame to like Hello Cupid as a whole if we didn't get a whole other story, because it would be like just writing like 1 chapter of a book and then being like, cool, like I wrote a short story, but you're like, wait, you like this short story could actually have been like a beautiful book that got to be told.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think Hello Cupid is a show, obviously, that I believe has a lot of potential and reaches a lot of different audiences, and a lot of people can relate to, and it's a fun show, I think, for people to watch, for you all to watch, and then also for us to work on. And so I agree. I think that it's just now heating up, and can only imagine what a next season would hold. But I totally agree with you on that. It would be kind of like reading half of a book. I mean, like, the rest of the pages are blank. I don't get it. What happened?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We have 35 purchased at this point for Hello Cupid. Do you guys want to promise something we could get 40 by the end of this?
No, but I think also...
Hayley said no.
No, sorry. I only listened to half of that too because I thought of just to back that up what we were just saying too. I think what makes this particular thing with I'm Hello Cupid, so I'm repping Hello Cupid all day, every day. But I'm talking Black and Sexy as a whole now. Is if Black and Sexy as a channel can like continue whatever, people in Hollywood will have to take notice, because I'm going to tell you, as an actress who has been working in this town, supporting myself fully as an actress for several years now, being a Black actress in this business, in this town, is so hard. There are so many roles that I have been perfect for on paper, and they have been like, you know what, Hayley would be great for this, but we just can't go ethnic with this role. And there is no reason why they can't go ethnic, except for they feel in Hollywood, and it's probably, I don't know how smart it is for me to be saying this stuff, but it seems to be on network television a lot of times that if you have like, you know, more than one Black person, they're like, oh, well, that show needs to be like on BET or TV1 or whatever. And it's so important to show that like we are Black people. We are not just, you know, like we need to be on like network television, and that there's an audience for our shows, and that they are good shows, that we don't just have to play stereotypical characters, and that the general themes in life that are reflected in these other television shows are also general themes in life for Black people. Like, I don't know what they think Black people are up to, like we just need like, you know what I mean? Like, any of these shows, there should definitely be more Black people in them, more Black leads, more whatever. And so if we continue to support Black projects that are good, like quality projects like what they're doing at BLACK&SEXY.TV, it's just gonna make the biggest difference in all y'all's life, like for real. Because Hollywood is supposed to be progressive, but when it comes to color, we are way far behind any other part of the country. Some of the stuff that I hear in these casting rooms and from my agents, my agent is a Black woman actually, but the stuff that she gets told, that gets passed down to her, is atrocious, it's disgusting, and we need to keep it going. And when Barack Obama became president, I thought that as an actress it was going to get way better for me. Statistically, after he became president, the jobs for Black people on television drastically declined. And that is not a coincidence. So something has to be done by it, and this is a good place to start.
Yeah, they're like, y'all can't be everywhere. We got a president. We can't be having y'all all on TV and stuff too. It's just too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I think the great thing about Hello Cupid and why I love working on Hello Cupid too is because I feel like I get to really like be myself. Like, no one's telling me, Ashley, maybe you should straighten your hair. Or maybe you should wear a wig because that's more acceptable. Like, I just feel like I can just be this, which is who I am in my everyday normal life. I don't have to put on any airs or put on a persona or put on a mask of something that the people who are oftentimes giving us the jobs feel like I should look like. And I think that Hello Cupid has really proven that in our success. We've proven that people like the show because they feel like, yo, she looks like me when I roll out the door too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, my hair looks like Hayley's. My hair looks like Ashley's. You know, that is something that fundamentally people will always be able to relate to because there's honesty in that. And I really take a lot of pride in the fact that we've really done that and really helped a lot of women and men, I guess, with comfortability in who they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Representing real Black people, not the stereotypes that are unfortunate.
And there's nothing wrong with the stereotypes.
Well,
They're the stereotypes, you know what I mean? But, you know, I think there is something to be said about just being you. You know what I mean? Not feeling like you have to do something else to get a certain response out of people. So yeah.
People are giving right now.
Yay! Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And
It's so
somebody
cool.
just said something about Black. Saw you guys with Black Girl. Chrissy Girl says, Hayley and Ashley saw you guys on Black Girl with long hair and loved it.
Thank you.
Then we got a lot of traffic.
We
from
talk in
Black Girl
unison
with
now
long
too,
hair.
by the way. We've been working.
Yeah, we talk in unison.
We were practicing.
The Poet Prince says, you two are the most beautiful women I've ever watched on YouTube.
Oh, thank you. That's
so
There's a
sweet.
lot of people on YouTube.
There's a lot of people on YouTube.
There's millions of people on YouTube.
That
Hey,
is really sweet.
together, it's just like, you know, Transformers. You just get bigger.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
And it said, Hello Cupid fan to the end. Definitely going to bless the collection plate numerous times.
Yay!
Thank
Thank you.
That's so sweet. I'm getting chills. By the way, which one of you runs a Twitter account? Because I saw somebody said, "What happens
Tina.
if Hello Kitty?"
No,
okay,
that was
Hello
Dennis.
Kitty. Hello Kitty.
Yes.
What happens if Hello Cupid doesn't get picked up for season 2? So I retweeted it and I said, "As Black and Sexy TV," and then one of y'all from Black and Sexy TV said, "We'll put it towards a date with Hayley," and I was like, "Y'all are ripping me out now." That was
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, they knew better. That was like, they actually
That was
going on.
Dennis.
I could totally go on a date with somebody. I'm available.
So Dana Elm said, I was totally on the edge of my seat when Hayley almost spilled about episode 9. LOL.
Oh, she wasn't.
Oh, I never did.
No, you didn't. No, she didn't.
Almost.
And wait till tomorrow. We're gonna watch right after this. But anyway, not you guys.
Oh, we are?
I have a rough of it. You don't know how close to the edge it is trying to get it up for tomorrow.
Can I tell you guys too? I still don't know what's gonna happen in episode 10. I'm so excited. No, I want to know what's gonna happen.
I don't even know.
Yeah, nobody knows. We just said that.
Nobody knows. Charlotte 12 says, what except for money does Black and Sexy need when it comes to continuing our activity?
Love and support.
Yes.
Just continue to support us. Like, you know, just the support, like telling your friends, you know, sharing the episodes, doing email blasts, texting your friends. Like, you know, and the thing I think we're both really good at, well, Hayley and I and Black and Sexy, we're really good at, like, if you hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like, we'll respond to you. You know what I mean? So we're really good. We like that interaction with our fans and with our supporters. So, but that is the greatest thing you can do for us is just share, and just continue to show your love and your support.
Yeah,
and
tell us your
comment and
thoughts.
stuff. And
I
your
love
thoughts,
reading people's like thoughts on things. It's so funny. I love that. I love that. I love how like into it they get. Like that's so cool. Like I love when people are like, I wanted to throw my computer across the room. I was like,
Oh
that's
yeah,
so
people
cool.
right now are like literally. You have no idea how many times I've been out and people have been like, "I'm so mad at you," and I'm like, "Oh my, what? I don't even know you." And they're like, "Well, not you, Whitney," and I'm like, "Oh, like people are like going ham,
Yeah.
like they're pissed."
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. It gives you some security.
Yeah, I need a security detail because people have been coming up to me going crazy, and I'm like, I don't even know you.
So Tara Nicole just supported I Love Hello Cupid with her
Thank
contribution.
you.
Thanks, Taryn. Go girl, go girl, go Taryn, go Taryn, go Taryn, go Taryn.
Also, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Janine.
Oh.
What?
Somebody I know is on here. Michelle.
Hey,
Thank you,
Michelle. Hey, girl.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Thank you. Shout us out. Keep doing you.
Thank you.
Oh man, that's someone who's in our team, our family.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Michelle. Thanks.
And then Miss Yazzie J30 says, I agree with Tara Nicole. After this Cheerios commercial fiasco, it would be awesome to see more interracial dating on television and media in general.
So you guys know that's actually Hayley as a child, just superimposed.
Yes, yeah, that's me as a kid. I'm half Russian, half black, and like I was just telling my friend the story the other day, like where my dad played baseball as a kid. So my mom, who's Russian, would be carrying me, and people would be like so in denial about the fact that I had a black dad that they would just be like, man, you are working on her tan early. And my mom would be like, she doesn't have a tan, guys, she's black. Like, my daughter is black, like, you know. And so I think that would be, I read a couple comments that said that they were like, maybe Proud Dad will really turn out to be like an Asian guy. That would be so cool. And I group texted like Numa. I don't know if Dennis was on it, but I group texted Numa, Ashley, and I was like, wouldn't it be so? I was like, maybe Proud Dad should be Asian, because I think that would be really cool too.
He's not, obviously.
Yeah, I guess.
But there was a time when he could have been.
There was a time when he could have been. But I love whoever said that comment, because I think that I would love to show some more of that. Yeah, Dennis, I got a show idea.
Okay, don't say it now. Someone was asking, speaking of Brandon Scott, who plays Proud Dad, I'm trying to look for the comment so I can really shout out their name. It said, is Brandon, oh, got it, Green Clover 39 says, is Cassius Brandon Scott as charming in real life as he is on the show?
Oh, he's amazing.
Brandon is like, first of all,
I love him.
Brandon's such a talented actor. Like, he's brilliant. And then he's a really nice guy. He's from Alabama, so he's like Southern gentleman, you know, hospitality type of guy, you know, won't let you walk through the door without opening it. So yeah, what you get is definitely how he is.
And he's like he's totally like bohemian.
He's a good word.
Yeah, he's totally bohemian, and just like a really interesting, cool cat who works really hard and is just a real person. Like, as soon as I met him, I was like, oh, this dude is mad cool. I really like him. Mad cool. Are people still saying that? I don't think so.
No, they're not.
Nobody says that.
It's okay. It's fine. Throwbacks are fine. It's fine.
See, Siobhan B said she just contributed to Hello Cupid. Love you, girls.
Thanks, Siobhan.
Love you, Siobhan. This is so sweet.
Go, Siobhan. Go, Siobhan. Go, Siobhan.
Yuchi hella, oh damn it. Yuchi hey, Yuchi ha hey hi.
Okay.
I got you right.
We know who you are.
Love from Australia, you girls rock.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, let's talk about Australia.
I heard
First of all,
Australians love black people. That's
well,
what I
first of
heard.
all, koalas are my favorite animals.
What?
Koalas and baby elephants. So I would really love for you to
China, I love Chinese food. No.
Yeah. I do like Chinese food too. So anyway, I just really am
What
happy.
is she talking about?
I feel like I can live vicariously through you in Australia because you're there with like koalas and like awesome beaches, like the Great
Kangaroos.
Barrier
It's
Reef.
winter time for them.
I mean,
now.
yeah,
Wait, kangaroos will punch you.
yeah, but we're talking about koalas.
No,
It's
I
fine.
love kangaroos. That is so cool.
Koalas are so much better than kangaroos.
Oh.
And then what's the other one? A boxing? Anyway, I agree.
But anywho, so I mean, I'm just excited that someone likes Hello Cupid who's around my favorite animal. Because there's no way for me to be around a koala unless I go to San Diego Zoo.
No, we don't support the zoos here at BLACK&SEXY.TV. We don't support the zoos because it's animal abuse and they mistreat their animals. We don't go to the zoo, but we will go to
Ashley
the
does, and she's planning on going to the San Diego Zoo to see the koalas.
We'll wait till I send Ashley some information about what happens behind closed doors at the zoo.
Don't know if I'll open it because I don't want it to deter me from going to see the koalas. But
If
perhaps
you love these koalas and you won't give money to a place that abuses them, I'm just saying.
You know what though? The zoo is too expensive. I'm from DC, and the zoo in DC is free because it's part of the Smithsonian. So I'm not used to paying for the zoo. Like I was looking at like the prices for San Diego Zoo. Legit, it's like $50. I was like, oh, I love koalas, but damn, like $50 to go see some animals. You might be right, Haley. I might have to.
I love it. There's some really cool like animal like sanctuaries and rescue places that I've found all throughout. Like they're all over the country, but I'm really familiar with the ones in California. And they are even cooler than like any of the zoos, but they
I'll go to a sanctuary.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there koala sanctuaries?
And you can pet them and whatever. I will find you a koala
Thank
sanctuary, girl. I will find you.
And I would like
It's
an
better
elephant
than
one as well. I really like elephants.
If y'all want to go to SeaWorld, y'all need to Google like SeaWorld and the I mean, it's just
Okay, well, that'll be a whole
stinks
other-
anyway, so it's all good. I understand. Let me see. So we have Lashana 08 says, Ashley, has the dark skin, light skin issue ever affect you in real life? If so, how did you deal?
Oh yeah, I mean my whole life, it still does. But you know, I think what has gotten better is I think the older I get, the more confidence I get. I've never been like an unconfident person, but I think that no matter what's thrown at you, or you know, when a guy says to your face, "I think you're attractive," but I would never date a guy. Oh my goodness, I'll never forget this guy I went to school with. You guys are gonna cringe at this, but this is a true story. Lighter skinned guy, I guess his mother, same complexion as me, had a relationship with him and his mom. We were friends though. He was dating a friend of mine who is lighter than you, Hayley, actually. And I remember we had a conversation. He was just like, Ashley, like, I think you're beautiful, but I could never date a dark skin girl. I just feel like y'all are dirty. And I was like, oh, no, this is real life. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't know. It's just something about a dark skin girl. Just something about it. I could never like kiss you or something. So I'm saying that to say that I think a lot of times people think that situations that happen in people's lives are trumped up or they're exaggerated, but that is real life. Someone or all the guys who will literally, I'm not lying. One time I was at a club and the guy literally almost trampled over me, like legit walked over me to get to like this girl who was like, you know, very fair, like long hair, whatever. And maybe, okay, fine, I just wasn't his type. I think that when it happens so often, it's like you have to recognize that there's something going on with our ideology and how we feel about each other and how we value each other and how really doesn't matter what your skin complexion is, like we're all beautiful. I think that's what's so special about this show. And I think that what we're able to show is like we're two vastly different skin complexions, but we're both beautiful in our own way. You know what I mean? And it's like so anywho, I'm still dealing with it, but not so much personally. I'm dealing with it outside of me and like how can I combat that? How can I help other people recognize their beauty since I've come to like accept it and I'm not like I think it's ironic that the Dark Girls documentary is coming on OWN tomorrow, which is a documentary about dark girls like me who have gone through life not feeling like they were pretty or having people put them down because of the color of their skin. Or feeling like they need to lighten their skin because that is more acceptable and that's prettier and it's not dirty and all those things. And I've seen the documentary already and it really touched me because although I never had those deep-seated issues, I know what it feels like for someone to say you're not pretty because you're darker than somebody else. Not for any other reason but because of the color of your skin, which I have no control over last time I checked. So anywho, I'm really just trying to help others recognize their beauty and not feel intimidated or unconfident about it.
Hey,
Okay,
Ashley,
so Cal,
you're beautiful.
Thank you, Dennis.
Aw,
Thanks,
that's so
Dennis.
sweet.
Right on.
Ready Caliber Sweetie said,
I think Dennis was gonna tell me I was beautiful too.
I was.
Can I hear it?
Hey, you were beautiful.
Thank you.
That's so kind.
Wait, this person said, I really didn't like Hello Cupid at first, and I sometimes still don't agree with the message, but I have grown to love the show primarily because of the energy and the presence of Hayley and Ashley, as well as Taryn Nicole said, what message do you think is being portrayed? So like, what do you guys as actresses think is the message of Hello Cupid? I mean, now that we're in episode 9,
I feel like once the last episode airs, because obviously I do have like I do have an idea where the story's going. Like, I think the message will be so much clearer. But sometimes we have to, instead of just like preaching about this is the message, you kind of have to show like the inner workings of it and like maybe the mistakes and the insecurities and stuff people have to sort of illustrate that. So because Ashley's character, the real Whitney, has embarked on this experiment, doesn't mean that she's insecure. It doesn't mean that we as actresses and human beings or anybody at Black and Sexy piggyback this message and this sort of like inner like reverse like racism. It's not reverse racism. What's it called? Like colorism and whatever. It's just simply portraying maybe some of like the insecurities or thoughts that like we've all experienced. Like Ashley said, like she's like, yeah, I experience this. I don't experience it personally anymore because I'm confident in my own self, but these are things that have happened to me in the outside. And so something that I said recently in an interview about Black and Sexy, and they were asking why I wanted to be an actress and blah, blah. And I was saying, as an artist, like our job is to reflect to society some of the issues that either plague or nourish it, and to get you to question your own beliefs. And that's how you know that you're doing real art and you're doing stuff that matters. When you start thinking, wait a second, I think that way, I'm perpetuating this stereotype. I do subscribe to that school of thought, and maybe this is something else that highlights it. So we're hoping that people can maybe look at this story, and somebody from outside who maybe did feel a certain way about dark girls or whatever will be like, oh, hold on a second, this is like a really like beautiful girl, and this, you know, and break those stereotypes. And sometimes you have to heighten the stereotype, heighten the insecurities because it's art or whatever to get the point across. And so I feel like that's sort of what we're doing here. Like I play a very heightened version of, I don't want to say it myself, but I play like a very like heightened version of a character, as does Ashley. Like Ashley has felt these things, but I'm sure in her real life she's never thought about like switching her profile picture with somebody else's. But it's like something that you have to do to show, to move the storyline around so that there is a story. I think at the end of the day, the message that we'll all see is that is ultimately like to love yourself. I think it's about the importance of friendship, but ultimately the importance of oneself. The importance of loving and accepting oneself. I didn't feel certain, like I'm not like a, you know, I'm not darker skinned, so I didn't feel the insecurity about being darker skinned, but I have felt exactly the same way that Ashley's felt about my hair, like wearing my hair natural. I've been teased and ridiculed about it my entire life. I've been told by men that they like wouldn't date me if I didn't straighten my hair, and I've never straightened my hair. And I've been definitely made to feel a certain way about it. And so I think it's just kind of showing this is a real and alive issue, and let's help change it. We are trying to help change it and move things along, and I think that's the message that's being sent.
I think too, the message is, it's about friendship and like in navigating your life in the 20s. I mean, in your 20s. Like I think that so much happens, and for me, I'm right in the dead center of it. Like I'm 25, like I'm in so I know that all of these things that are happening are like real life. And it's funny because I was thinking, I think a lot of people tend to, especially with Hello Cupid, talk about, oh my gosh, that is so, all these things are so unrealistic. That would never happen. And then there's the other people who are like, yo, me and my best friend just had a fight just like that. But I think the best way to kind of break it down is like, for instance, Scandal. Everybody loves Scandal, right? But most of us cannot relate to Scandal. Like the actual, the scandals that go on in the White House and the corruption and stuff like that. But when you take it to a deeper level, we can relate to Kerry Washington's character, you know, trying to be with a man that is married and cannot be with her. And we can relate to Cyrus wanting his best friend back. Who's a, you know, so I think that we really, as people who love media and are into getting something from it, we have to like go a layer deeper and realize what's really being told. Because I think a lot of people are just like, oh, Hello Cupid, all it's talking about is like a girl like dragging her best friend into some shenanigans, and this man don't really want her. Oh man, she's pulling through the mud. But what are we really saying? I think what we're really saying is people deal with like hard stuff, and people are always trying to reveal another level of truth about themselves, and people have fights with their best friends and they get over it. And that's what this show is about. This show is about exploring real life as women in our 20s, and it's not easy. That's what it's about. And yeah, we get into some stuff on the way. Just like you said, like I've gotten into shenanigans with my friends, so have you. Maybe it hasn't been this exact kind of shenanigan situation, but I just think that there's just a whole lot of truth to the story that we're trying to tell in Hello Cupid, but you just gotta sometimes just go a little bit of a layer deeper to kind of get that out of it.
Yeah, I do want to say one thing too. We don't ever try to have messages here. I think it's kind of back in what you two said. We don't ever. Like, we're not trying to like teach anybody nothing. I think it's all a reflection. It's all sits up and feels relatable.
And what you get from it might not be what I get from it.
It's not like Mr. Rogers, you know.
Oh
like,
man, Mr. Rogers. Oh man.
Mr. Rogers was pimp, but like you're not gonna get us in a cardigan at the end of the day, like giving you a clear-cut message.
No. So, anyways, somebody was saying Miss Sandra KR says, "I love Hello Cupid. Have you had a personal experience with online dating? Do you have any funny or crazy story to share?" And that's our
man.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hello Cupid again grew from a true experience. I was having a hard time dating in LA, and my friends were like, Ash, you know, some of my friends back home in Maryland, DC, were having success in online dating, just to show you how different things are here than they are on the East Coast. And they were like, yo, Ash, like you should make like a profile. And I was very like against it, like no, I'm not gonna do it. Then I was like, you know what, all right. So I went through the whole 89 trillion hour process of creating a profile, because they ask you literally 4 trillion questions. Anywho, so I made this profile and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it out. The guys that were hitting me up were legitimately the types of people you see in episode 1. Like that's exactly what it was based on.
Flavor Flavs.
Yeah, it was. That's Lena, I showed her the messages, and that is exactly what it was based on. And I was literally only on for maybe a week. Shut it down, never went on any dates. But yeah, I mean, that's about the extent of it, but I can just tell you that it was not the caliber of men that I was getting in my inbox were unacceptable.
Well, why do you think that's the case?
Weren't you doing like OK Cupid too, or Plenty of Fish?
I was on a couple. I was on Plenty of Fish and I was on OK Cupid.
See, I think some of them are like more hookup sites than not. So I've been told. I have never done. I've never signed up for any sort of online dating thing, but I have had plenty of friends who've had, and like their stories are hilarious. But I think that dating in LA, like I have had some crazy dating in LA stories that have been like, you know, maybe like blind, like not really blind dates, but like whatever. Like I've just had some crazy stories. But I should have made one of those like Facebook like pages, which I didn't, so people can just I mean, I get like so many.
You can still do it now. You should probably do it now.
I'm gonna switch mine over because I have like too many friends. But I get so many messages, and I get messages from guys like saying, "Can you send me pictures of your feet? Can I have your underwear?" Or being like, "I really like this photo of you," and the thing, like some photo shoot photos, like, "Can you send me like that outfit?" Or if it's like a little like bikini thing, "Can I have those bikini bottoms?" Like just like gross, weird stuff, and like some poems and stuff, which are like always sweet. Like I would never want to take a poem. Somebody want me to be like creepy, but like they take them to like creeper status. But I guess that's different, because it's not like, but that's still like online like creepers.
So I still suggest it. I think that it works for people. I know a lot of people who it's really worked for. For me, it is not my steez. I don't plan on getting back on anytime soon.
Except on the show.
Except for on Hello Cupid, you know, on the show. You know, gotta get me a man.
Check out AP.
Yeah, put it out. Put it out.
We do.
It ain't no secret that I'm single. It is not a secret.
But it is YouTube, so it's up to you. Well, I guess it's a good time to wind it down. We've been on for an hour. It's like, I want to thank everybody, blah, blah, blah. Say goodbye.
Yes, thank you guys so much. And please contribute to our Indiegogo campaign. We just really appreciate all the love and support. And any, Hayley's doing some weird things, but I think it's helping what I'm saying, so it's fine. You know, every little bit helps and it counts. So whatever you have, please try and give. And we hope that you continue to enjoy what we're doing and get excited. Episode 9 comes out tomorrow, then episode 10 the Sunday following, and that completes the season. So you guys are in person. Episode 9 is like low.
Y'all, it is just getting good. You cannot let this be the end. You can't let this be the end. Like it is just getting good. Like any show, like, you know, you watch it and you're like, the first season was good, the second season was like dope. Like give us time to like grow and like tell the story. You know, it would be so premature to not do a season.
So thank you, and thanks for chatting with us. I think this was like an awesome chat, and I feel like we were all very candid with each other.
I think we should do this on a regular basis, more like a talk.
I'm down for that. I love this type of stuff.
I love it. And I love it, and I'm like blown away. Like I seriously feel like we have like the best, like most like ride or die fans.
Yeah,
the first time we did this, I was like, it's Sunday. Like who's gonna tune in? Like I was sort of like, okay, like is anybody gonna be watching us? And then, like, we got like so many viewers and like people like asking questions and like I don't know. It's like my heart felt warm.
I think we should do this more as well. I'm down. I'm down for it.
People watch afterwards when it's uploaded. So
yeah.
It really spreads. So
thank you guys and bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Episode 9 tomorrow.
Yeah, get excited tomorrow. It's going down.